In spirituality, in knowing ourselves, is there such thing as a path?
First of all, why this question is arising?
Because I feel that everybody's condition cannot be 100% the same. So on the way, suppose in the journey of knowing ourselves, knowing who we are, different people, they may encounter they may experience different things. So in my own thinking is that everyone will have different experience, but is there a path actually?
You're thinking too much. Don't think so much. If you think too much, then you are already conditioned and programmed mind will mislead you. This is also a trick of mind to avoid doing anything. And the mind will give you, maybe because everyone is different, so your path must be very different. Your path should be only for you. So maybe you will find your path, and that is you go on eating food which you like. That will be your path. The thing is that everyone has a physical body. Everyone have thoughts. Everyone has emotions, feeling. So about these things, if you don't try to find specific thing, thoughts everyone has, body everyone has, emotions, feeling everyone has mood. We talk about path because in everyone something is dominant. Someone is more physical. So first of all, he has to begin from where he is. If he is very body oriented, then he has to use the body as a vehicle. Don't try to be very smart. Try to be in no mind. Don't try to think. You are always thinking. Stupid people think they are very wise, so they are always thinking. If your mind is all the time thinking in spite of you, who is the master? Who is the master?
The mind is the master, Swami.
So don't allow the mind so much freedom. Just remain silent. You must have gathered garbage from your class, so it is there. Even after 5 years, if you don't learn how to be a disciple, then when you will learn? 5, 6 years, whatever. So much time is given to you. But still you are all the time thinking. What you are thinking? Just stop thinking. If thinking was so valuable, you would have found the truth by now. So if you are very body oriented, that means body is very dominant in you. So it is natural, it is good that you use the body as a vehicle. It will take you to a certain extent. Then once your body is totally purified, then truth has nothing to do with body. Truth has nothing to do even with your emotions and thoughts and feeling. But because you are clinging to those things, you are identified with these things. So you can begin from where you are. If you are studying class 1, you cannot be told things which is of graduation or post-graduation or PhD or DLit. You have to begin from where you are. If you are on step 1, you can't be told about things about last step.
Yes, Swami.
First thing is that you have to give attention to what you are. We don't want to do anything. We are just all the time, this is our entertainment. You will listen, you will ask question, you will listen whether you are listening or not, you are thinking. Then from the 1 year you are listening, from other it goes out. You will never do anything practical. If you are really interested, the question is coming from within you, then why don't you do those things? How long you will be waiting? Why can't you be attentive while whatever you are doing with your body? If you cannot be even attentive to your physical action, how you can be a watcher of the mind, which is far more subtle? But you will never begin. Just go on talking. It is all entertainment. You have joined an entertainment class free of cost. Cost is very low. It should be increased now. So at least try to be watchful of your body. So if you are a person who is very body oriented, then he needs to do a lot of work so that his restlessness is released. You have collected sanskar. So many impurities has entered into your feeling, thoughts, emotions. Until and unless you throw it out, you cannot become relaxed. And what is the proof? How you can say that now I am free from the burden which I have collected in many lives unconsciously? If your body is unburdened, then you will not feel much body. Body will almost disappear. There will be no burden of the body. Otherwise you are carrying loads of weight. Body is overburdened with your glands, with your impurities. You wanted to do something else, you could not do those things because others were preventing it. The society doesn't allow you to be natural. So you are repressing all those things. They are collecting. They will obstruct your energy to move, to flow freely. Then it is called granthi. The glands have been created. Now you have to destroy that. This process in Jainism is called nirjara. That whatever you have accumulated in many lives, if you don't believe in many lives, then at least you believe in DNA, because we are all idiots. We are very ready to believe in scientific superstitions. You know neither what these sages are saying, you don't know what the scientists are saying. It is just a belief. So it is in your genes or it is in your DNA, but you are carrying those things. You have to get rid of that. That is nirjara. You have to destroy it from its very seed. Whatever you have collected unconsciously, whether you got that environment, whether the society gave you such all these burdens, or you yourself have done it, that is not the question. Now, if you want to be free, you have to take the responsibility totally. Don't just go on blaming others. My mother did it, my father did it, the society did it, the educational system did it. If you want to be free, you have to do now. Otherwise, you will just be vegetating. So, in the same way, when you are free from your thoughts which you have collected from outside, once it is pure, then thoughts will disappear. You will use it when it is needed. Now the button is in your hand. When you want to use it, you can switch it on. Otherwise, thoughts are just creating right within you, creating havoc within you. So when you are controlled by your thoughts, where is your freedom? And the same is with emotions. There, it is even more subtle, its root is even more stronger. Emotions, feeling, mood. That also has to be, how to destroy all those things? By being awake about these things. By watching them, by creating a distance. When you are watching something, then you become the watcher. And whatever you are watching, you are not that. It is because you give them strength. You get identified with your emotions, with your thought, with your body. Then they are creating madness within you. We go on asking, do we need anything else other than watching? We are not even watching. When you are watching, are you watching ever? Maybe while you are doing the technique for a while, little bit you are watching. After that, I am asking you, don't move your head like a DONKEY.
Now I'm really watching and listening without the intellect. But normally, when the technique is over, I usually don't watch.
Why? Why you don't watch?
There are moments where I watch, but it's only in moments, not. It's only in moments, not like 24 hours a day watching, but there are moments when I watch actually.
But why? I am asking why you don't watch.
I forget to watch.
You forget to watch, or you feel that this is unnecessary. This is why should I create so much burden? Why should the watching creates tension? When you are attentive, you become tense.
Because sometimes when I make the effort to watch, right, if I make too much effort, it will become like unnatural for me.
But that's why I say you are a parrot. When I told you to make too much effort, I have always told you to be passive watcher. Be a watcher on the hill. The watcher on the hill, when someone is on the hill and is watching things, whatever is happening below the mountain, is he making any effort, or it is just happening because he is in a place from where he can see things which is below without any effort? He is there, he is just standing there, and whatever is happening below on the ground or in the valley, he is able to see it because of the height. So thing is that we are so identified with the ego. That's why we make everything into an effort. We cannot remain without making effort. You cannot just relax. Then there will be book written the book is you must relax. Now when the must comes, that will create the tension. So watching is a knack. Once you have, it is like swimming. No one can teach you. It will happen. You will go on stumbling. You will go on falling. One day it will become part of you. But you have to make some effort, because that is the only thing you know. We think without effort nothing happens. But all the great thing happens without effort. Only small things happens with our effort. When Newton was sitting in the garden and the apple fell, he was not making any effort. He was just relaxed. That's why he could see it. He must have been very relaxed. And the same happened with Darwin. Not Darwin. What was his? Who was given the theory of buoyancy? Archimedes. So he was just relaxed, bathing in his bathtub. Suddenly it was revealed. And he came out of it saying, Eureka, Eureka, I have found it. He was making lot of effort. But then he became totally tired, frustrated with the effort. So he let it go. And because he has made that much effort, so like pendulum, he could relax also in the same way. So effort is also needed. But you have to know when to make effort and when to relax. While you are driving car, don't be focused on your head. Be focused on the road. Don't create complexity in your life. The same happened with Madame Curie. She was trying to find something, I think maybe radium or whatever. And she could not succeed. So one night she was asleep and she saw a dream. And she found some mathematical formula. She wrote it in her dream, like a somnambulist. And when she saw it in the morning, because it was on her table, she was surprised. Because if your whole energy is going in one direction, only then things can be revealed one day. If you are not making effort, if you are not desiring it, it cannot happen. So there are paths, 4 paths at least, according to your type. If you are very body oriented person, if you are very identified with the body, then your path is Karma Yoga. You go on, you work, you do your things, whatever action you are doing, but make it into a yoga. You become one with it while you are doing it. Don't seek result. You have right to action, not to fruit thereof. So you just get totally involved, 100% involved in your act. Do it as a prayer. Do it as a worship. Then you will get the fruit then and there. You will not be looking for any fruit afterwards. If something happens, that is a byproduct. And then if you are a person of emotion, emotional type, then Bhakti Yoga is for you. That means you are giving all your attention on your emotions, your feeling. There also, this is also meditation, but you are using emotions, feeling as your vehicle. That will help you to go. At one point, all these things will be dropped. Then for everyone, will be only one path. And ultimately, there is no path. You are already that which you are trying to find. But you have got identified with things which you are not. So until and unless they drop, until and unless you are purified, until and unless nirjara happens, once your body is purified, it becomes in Hindi the word is shunya. It becomes like empty. It will become empty. That means you will not feel much body, the weight of body. It will become weightless. And the same happens with thought. Once your identification with thoughts breaks, once you come to know you are not your thinking, you are not your thoughts, then the burden is gone. This is called purification. You become empty. The thoughts are no longer there. Only when you need it, they will be there. But it has not happened because you were fighting with it. You were just a passive, silent watcher. You were waiting for the dust to settle, sitting on the bank of a river or a bank of a lake. The dust has come up. If you just go on trying to put it down with your hands, then you will be helping to dust to be more there. So you have to just wait and watch. Slowly it will sink down. Then the water will be purified and you can drink it. It needs patience. It is an arduous thing. But if you want to have a banyan tree, you need to be patient. So for those who are of emotional type, bhakti yoga is the way. It will be their way as long as it is not totally purified. Once it has become purified, then there is no way, there is no path. Then the truth is there. But as long as it has not happened, just intellectually understanding something will not help. Intellectual understanding is no understanding. Osho said it. And if there you are like aware of your mind, your psychology, everything, you are just alert about it. And I think they call it Raj Yoga, or you can call it Dhyan Yoga. And there is another path which is called Gyan Yoga, which is that you are not touching your nose roundabout. You have just become aware of the consciousness directly. So you have not to travel anything, but that is possible only for people who have already purified themselves, who have made themselves free from all these things. It cannot happen out of blue suddenly. So, path is there. You want to climb to a mountain. There can be many paths. There can be many ways leading to it. But once you have reached to the top, everyone has reached to the same place. So you have to find out what is dominant in you. Give more attention to it. What is natural for you? Follow it. Then everything will settle, everything will happen. And ultimately you will find there was no path. You were always there. The specs were always in your ear, but you were searching everywhere. Or the mirror was always there, but you have collected dust of emotions, feeling, thinking, doing. Once you have cleaned the dust, once the mirror is totally clean, then mirror will reflect. Truth was always there, just covered with the dust of your identification, dust of your clinging. So those who have to choose the karma marg, karma yoga, they are those people who are very much identified with doing. They are always doer. But it is not that it is very clear for most of the people what is your path. So if you have to try everything little bit and then see which is more dominant, which is more all the time there with you. Once you have found that this is the most, it is the central thing of my life. I am a very emotional person, or I am a person who is all the time a doer. I always want to do something. Or I am a very thinking kind of person, very rational. But it is not that if you are a very thinking kind of person, there will be no emotion in you. There will be no doing in you. But one thing is more dominant. And there is a possibility in someone everything will be almost of the same quantity. Then you have to do all the four. It's not that those who are following the path of Gyan Marg, they have to do nothing. Whatever is needed to be done should be done. But don't do unnecessary things. If you are an emotional person, a person who can be a devotee, who can be a bhakt, that doesn't mean that he cannot use his brain when it is needed. When you are in the marketplace, use your left brain. When you are with your lover, use your right brain. Then use your heart, or be in your heart center. So what was your question? Say again so that it will be clear whether I have said everything or not.
In spirituality, in knowing ourselves, is there such thing as a path?
So path is there as long as you are dreaming. Once you are free from your dreaming mind, the path is not there. While you are dreaming, you think you are in Calcutta and then you have to reach to Delhi. So you take some vehicle, some car, or you travel by aeroplane. But when you wake up, you found that you were always in Delhi. You traveled nowhere. You went nowhere. So path is needed as long as you have not purified yourself. Otherwise, you are already that. What the sage of Upanishad said, Tat Tvamasi Shvetketu. You are that Shvetketu. So you are the truth. But the diamond is lost in the mud. So the mud has to be cleaned. Is it clear or not?
Very clear, very superb, Swami. Just wonderful.
So where is $1 million?
I'm going one day, Swami. I'm going to earn $1 million and I'm going to buy you a Ferrari.
Don't dream all those things. I was just joking. You just solve your own problem. That is enough. And if you want to do something, we can do better thing than having Ferrari.
Yes, I also feel that.
All kind of idiots can have Ferrari. When you can make this world a little more beautiful, then why be satisfied with stupid things? It is better to be Socrates dissatisfied than to be a fool satisfied. It is better to be a man dissatisfied than to be a pig satisfied. So someone has said, some Western mystic, I'm forgetting his name at present, he said that why we should search for God, because it is impossible. And that's why he is God, or it is God, because it is, if you have brought it on your table, then what is its value? It will always remain. It is infinite, so you can never say that I have known it totally or I have consumed it totally. And even enlightenment is just the beginning. Only after enlightenment the real journey begins. Because now you have eyes.